everybody. Welcome to the Bedtime Chats with the Goats at the Two Nichols Farm. I'm my crazy goat lady, Debbie.
And I'm her husband, George.
So does that make you Mr. Crazy Goat Lady?
Sure. I can handle it.
So when you go to your 25th class reunion next year...
No, not that. I'm only 25. That's right, 25.
5th class reunion next year. And they're going to say, so George, how's
I prematurely
it
grade. I'm only 25.
How are you doing? Oh, not too bad. So what's new? Well, I became Mr. Crazy Goat Lady.
I've heard of worse things.
I guess there are worse things to be called. Hi
I won't mention them.
there. No.
It's not polite.
So I spent basically all day in the kitchen, minus a few little errands, baking and prepping stuff for tomorrow, making labels, getting them ready for tomorrow's event. I still have some things to do yet, but I'm tired.
I was gonna say, how many hours have you been up?
I don't know.
Can't count that high? Sort of like the number
on
of
one
goats.
hand,
It's like the
or-
number of goats we have. She says she can't count that high.
I'm not very good at math. If it's beyond what I've got right here in front of me, it's...
Well, what are you making? What are you making for your thing?
So we did the caramel apple walnut cookies yesterday.
Yeah.
Today we made pumpkin streusel muffins. Because apparently it's pumpkin spice season and you have to have pumpkin something.
Are you making any of the cinnamon rolls I took to work?
I have dough in the fridge. I think that's going to have to be tomorrow's morning's.
If she does, they were well liked.
There was...
We took like 64 to work,
Was there?
and
Did you
3
count?
came back.
Did you count them?
There was, I know there was 32 in one pan, and only 3 came back.
Oh
So-
my. Well, I don't think there was that many in the other pan.
Hey,
Twitey, stop that. Come here, Twitey.
but
So, but yeah, we made those last night, and then what else did we make today? Oh my gosh, my brain is fried.
she's a little sleepy. That's all right.
I milked yesterday morning for Brent, milked this morning for Brent. I went to sleep at 11:30 last night after I got done doing the cinnamon rolls. Got up at 10 after 3, unwillingly. And
Well, anyways, we started talking about goat colors last night, and I think I rudely interrupted you.
oh,
Where was you headed with that?
that was yesterday. That was
I
like a
think it
whole-
was sort of something like, what was my favorite colors, and we started talking about blue, and that didn't make sense.
Yeah, you can't have blue goats.
I know. That's what I was saying, and you started saying there was blue goats, and
Well, they can be blue roan.
there's no blue goats. Sorry.
And we said Moosey was the closest.
Yeah.
But
I kind of like the black and brown.
with
mixed,
the stripes.
Yeah,
Like-
kind of like Lexus or
Lexus. So
Mama.
that's called a black and tan sungow. It's, I don't know where that comes from, but the stripes on the face, those are called Swiss stripes. And then they have, sometimes they have a colored belly, and then they have the colored boots. So they have tan boots, and then they have the, you'll see some of them, sorry if you're looking at their butt, I look at goat butts, it's occupational hazard. And they
Completely
have,
fascinated. No,
they
go
like
Bucks.
almost looks like a square on their butt, and then down the back of their legs is that color. Like Maisie's a black and white, almost tan sungown now. Oh, I knew where I was going with this.
Okay.
Oh yeah, I remember now. It's all
Well, tell
coming
us.
back.
Tell us what it was about.
So colors on the goat. So speaking of Maisie, hold on, time out. Where'd she go? There she is. There's Maisie. I am very bad at this.
One with the purple collar.
That one, right there.
Slightly overconditioned.
Yeah, we call that over condition. When I got her, she was black with white, and she just kept getting sick. She would get bloat, And because she got bloat, she would get pneumonia. Because she had pneumonia, she would then bloat again, and then it was just this continuous cycle.
Yes, Maisie.
And it was never ending. And
I'm her new best friend.
Maisie's very loving. And she got scar tissue on her lungs because of that.
Yeah.
And then she had triplets 2 years in a row. But the girl can milk like a cow. I mean, she's small, but she can milk like a cow.
Tiny Tank's mom.
At least you remember that.
Of course.
Okay. So, but anyways, but then she would start to turn like a copper color, like she was almost bleached from standing outside. You know how black, like a black t-shirt hanging out on the clothesline starts to turn like an orange color? Well, that's what was happening to her. She was starting to turn orange. Her hair would get sort of kinky, curly, like a 80s perm almost.
Yeah, I remember.
And we just couldn't figure out what exactly was wrong. And I felt like I was doing something wrong, that I wasn't doing my best to help her be her best.
Stop chewing my coat.
Jelly bean, you so bad. And so something like it wasn't Maisie's fault. It wasn't anything she had done or was doing, but it was just, I felt like something I wasn't doing for her. So after a lot of research and reading and digging, and God bless Google, found out that it's sort of common knowledge. Goats need a lot of copper. So like if you own sheep, or you're thinking about sheep and you go and you buy food, a lot of it will say goat and sheep food, and it will have basically 0 copper in it. Or if you buy food for goats, it'll say do not feed to sheep because it's toxic, because sheep can't have copper. Well, goats need copper almost like they need oxygen. And I found out through lots of research that the darker the coat, so goats with black coats, like Lexus and Maisie and Lucy and them, they require more copper. There's something about the melatonin in their skin that needs more copper. So once I found her a better mineral blend.
No,
Hi.
no kisses.
Hi, Tidy. Come here, Tidy. I'll give you kisses. And so once I found a better mineral and got a good feed for them, I found a feed that worked. Everybody seems to be doing much better. Nobody's sunburnt copper color looking that isn't supposed to be. And Maisie's white is actually tan now. So, Tidy.
What do you know?
Hi, Tidy. And Tidy is pretty. Everybody look how pretty Tidy is. So, that's an important fact. So, important goat fact. But you gotta watch. You can't overdose your goats on copper. I accidentally did that.
Okay.
So, it's not good. Spidey is being very cute tonight.
She really wants the phone.
She does really want the phone. She wants it to be the Twitey show. It's the Bedtime with Twitey show.
I have no idea what for other buttons she's pushed on this thing.
So,
do you know what that circle means?
I don't know. I think she changed where the focus is.
Okay.
So anyways, you have to be very careful about giving your goats extra copper. Consult your vets. Talk with them to see if that's the case. You know, if you feel like your goat is lacking copper. Always check with your vet first. So, all right. I think I'm ready to go back up and be done with my day. I still have soaps to tag and label yet, so.
Goats are attacking from the side. I'm trying to be steady. So, all right. Well,
I'm
good
so
night.
glad I remembered.
Night.
Good night.